Let's now go to Senator Barbara Boxer. Senator, thank you for being with us. I want to start by asking you about where we find ourselves in the Democratic nomination process. It does look, and I would guess you think this is unfortunate, I think a lot of Democrats might, it does look like superdelegates will now decide who the nominee is. How does the Democratic Party handle that in the most positive way?
Well, to be honest with you, this is something we knew for quite a while now. And I think we have to trust in the rules and trust in the system. And I could tell you, as a superdelegate who's neutral in the race, what I said is I'd cast my vote for whomever won California, but I'm neutral in the race. I think that fairness and unity is going to drive our party, and I feel it's going to be all right. Look, half of me wants this over yesterday for obvious reasons. Because we want to get ready to face John McCain, and the right wing is going to unload on our candidate. We want to be ready for it. On the other hand, I think we have two fantastic candidates. Our people are split. Let this thing play out. And also, as they throw lobs at one another, they'll get stronger for the general election.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. You know, Democrats always talk about a Republican attack machine, a right-wing attack machine. I, of course, don't talk about that. But if there is one, though, 7 more weeks of this, I agree with you, only makes Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton stronger. I want to ask you, though, about a choice you made. Yeah. You decided you were going to follow the will of your voters. You were going to vote as a superdelegate the way they voted. Are you critical, or should we be concerned about elected representatives who decide to go against the will of their constituents and vote for the other candidate?
Well, I don't want to be critical of anyone else. Look, I've learned in my life that you see the world through your own lens, and I see my power coming from the people. I'm nothing. They give me the power, they give me the votes, they give me their trust. I'm going to follow them. But the fact is, everybody sees it a little different. Other people say, look, the voters trust me to make the decision. So I don't criticize anyone else. This is where I am. But I just want to reiterate again that once we get there, and if the superdelegates do hold the power in our hands, unity and fairness has to be what we go for. And I believe we will do that.
Senator, do you think that as Democrats go to Denver, and this race is going to be so close, it will be decided at the convention with the superdelegates, do you think that puts the Democratic leaders in a position where they urge both candidates to join together on a unity ticket to beat John McCain in the fall?
Anything is possible. That's why I say everything's on the table, and this is why it's so exciting. I know you folks in TV land there, you like to figure it out before it happens. This is one time when everything will be on the table, and I don't know, it may well be decided before we get to the convention. Well, it may not be. We don't know. Actually,
Senator, I can guarantee you that just about everybody in TV land is glad this one's going all the way to the convention.
I'm sure that you are.
Because that makes it about as exciting. I mean, really think about it. You've been involved in politics for a very long time. Have you ever seen a race where the Democratic base is as excited as they are about these two candidates, both of them historic in their own right?
No, it's a thrill to see this, because through my whole career, and I've been around a long time in politics, the thing that has always broken my heart is how bored people are with this whole world that I'm in. And now they're excited, and now they're voting, and especially the new voters, the young voters. People feel a connection to these candidates, and this is important. Of course, we have to keep those fires burning, and I think that we will, because there's so much at stake here.
You know, and you talk about younger people. My children have grown up around politics, but they haven't really been interested in it. But this campaign, I am getting more calls and more questions from my children and their friends than ever before. That's got to be good for this democratic process. I want to ask you...
Joe. And, Joe, if you want to pass some of those calls along to me, I can answer the kids' questions.
I guarantee you I do my best to be right down the middle and tell them the strengths of each candidate. Let me ask you about Hillary Clinton's 3 a.m. ad. There's been a lot of criticism about it. Some people suggesting that she was engaging in fear-mongering. Do you think that 3 a.m. ad, which suggested Barack Obama wasn't ready to be commander-in-chief, was that fear-mongering?
I think it's a tough ad, and I think it's sort of patty cake compared to what John McCain and his folks are going to do to either Hillary or Barack. So my view is, you know, this is why I say, even though half of me says, please end this soon, the other half, I think the more thinking half, says, this is good. Barack's going to have to handle this question. You know, he's going to have to say, look, I have much more experience than Bill Clinton had. And he serves on the Foreign Relations Committee, and he's been in a lot of these secret meetings. So, and Bill Clinton wasn't, and you know what? The world was pretty much at peace when Bill Clinton was there, and he has to show his supporters and who he'll surround himself with, and Hillary has to do the same thing because John McCain is going to say she's not experienced as he is. So, no, I think it's a tough ad, and I think we all have to recognize that it's going to get worse later.
Yeah, I was going to say, and what a great point you make, that if they think that ad's tough, wait till the independent expenditures in the fall.
Right.
Senator Boxer, it's always great talking to you. I appreciate you being on this morning. These are historic times we're in,
yes,
and feel lucky to be part of it.
It's exciting.
All right, good to see you.
Same
Talk to
here.
you soon.